Well, top of the morning to you, and welcome back to Shamrock, Texas. It's the Sometimes vlog. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. I am back in Shamrock, Texas, and just about 2 weeks ago, I did one of the most epic videos I ever did about all the weird stuff on Route 66 through Texas. And of course, this place, the old Conoco Tower, or the U-Drop in Shamrock, Texas, was among them. Last time we saw the place at night, all lit up with neon, and I actually stayed in that hotel right there across the street. But today, as I am barreling my way home as fast as possible back along the same route that I came out at this point, I thought it might be nice, however briefly, to take a look at it in the daytime. Yesterday marked the official 1 month since I left my home in Southern California and set out on an epic road trip across America, first along a big chunk of Route 66, then of course up to Hannibal, Missouri, and down Vibe Way of my friend Tyler's house to Walt Disney World. At this point, the rental car is about 2 days overdue to be returned. I am super tired. My foot is so cramped from driving, I can barely handle stepping on it. So I am more than a little grateful to take any excuse to stop along the side of the road in Texas, where I now am, Shamrock, Texas to be specific, and have a little bit of a break from the prison of the car. Look at this, a couple of Mustangs just pulled up. It's a Illinois Route 66 on them. Oh dang, now it's like 4 or 5 Mustangs. Of course, I have a Mustang, a cool black Mustang. It's not as new as these ones, but it's also at home, not with me. I want to be like, I swear I have one too, guys, I swear. Oh my gosh, they're multiplying. Mustangs everywhere. This is amazing. That one's from my home in California. I have the Mustang Envy now. Oh man, there's even more of them. Oh, I see what happened now. These people are all from New Zealand and they rented these Mustangs. They have a Facebook page, Kiwis on Route 66. No, Kiwis, what is it? Yeah. Kiwis on Route 66. I cannot tell you the number of times being on any part of Route 66 I've run into like huge gangs of German bikers or Japanese truck drivers, or now New Zealand people driving in Mustangs. I'm gonna go ahead right now and tell you for a fact there's just as much interesting stuff on almost any highway all over America, especially any older highway. But there's something just special and magical about being on Route 66 that draws all these other like kindred spirit people. So I'm standing here alone 1 second with a guy that was yelling in the background, I don't know if you saw him, about how he lost $20 out of that ATM across the street and it blew across the road. And he's like, oh no, I can't find my $20. And it's just me and this weirdo guy. And then it was just me again, and then all of a sudden now I'm here with half of New Zealand, which is cool. Anyway, the U-Drop in, or the old Conoco Tower here in Shamrock, Texas, is a place that I shall return to in some depth in the future when I go back along Route 66. But for today, I just wanted to pop in and say hello from this beautiful place that of course inspired Ramon's paint shop in the Disney Pixar movie Cars, and let you all know that I am, in fact, still alive. I just realized I've never been inside of here. Ooh, friendly locals. Yeah, they said there's 30-something people, all from New Zealand, and they all started in California and went up to Chicago. Now they're going back down to California. They're spending 28 days on Route 66. I think they're all just gonna be in here for a few seconds, just like me, because they gotta hit the road, and so do I. But this is really cool, the inside of this place. Look at how they have this old Route 66 cafe all set up in here. They have chips and soda for sale behind the counter, so I mean, I guess you theoretically could order something and sit down here. Ooh, there's even free Wi-Fi if you want to chill here. You know, people often ask me, and the answer is yes. Sometimes it does get pretty lonely out here on the road, but even though you're only by yourself and it's kind of awkward to make conversation, if you're friendly and you're just cool and chill and relaxed, you can meet a lot of new people, which does help with the whole loneliness thing. Hello. This is pretty cool, man. The U-Drop in. Look how friendly the people are here. See? The people of Shamrock. All smiles. Not much for conversation, but friendly. The gift shop, of course, a must-have anywhere. Ooh, and a little tiny bit of history of the place, the town of Shamrock. I love places like this, especially when I have time to actually do a little research on the history. I think now because of the Pixar movie Cars and because of the Route 66 re-popularity and the restoration of this building, Shamrock is probably best known for this place. Oh, see, look, there's a Ramon's playset right there. Look how similar that looks to this building. It's probably going to be more famous for Tow Mater and Lightning McQueen for a long time than anything else. But to me, whether it's a movie or a video game or a silly YouTube channel, it doesn't matter what it takes to make a place like this survive, as long as it survives. Look at how fast all of the kiwis left. There are none more kiwis left. There goes the last one, right there. Say hi to Mordor for me. All right, that's a sign that I need to be going to, but I will be back because Route 66 is pretty much one of my favorite things ever. But before I go, let me finish the thought I started in there and didn't go anywhere with, which is that before the Pixar Cars fame, or before becoming famous just as a postcard of this place, Shamrock was probably better at pulling off the highways with its promise of a traditional Irish thing. It's something that I've always heard about but never seen here, so today's the day. Whoa, actually, according to Instagram comments, I was here 26 days ago. 26 days ago? I want to go home. Somewhere just down the road here in the impossibly tiny town of Shamrock, the actual proper downtown of Shamrock, is a very small but very powerful piece of Ireland. And it's right here downtown in Shamrock. I love little Main Street USA towns like this, particularly in the Midwest and in the West, and especially when the town has some kind of hokey tourist thing or weird name that they trade on. Like Leprechaun Elvis, which would be good enough for a stop, but no, keep going. Right now I'm not here for the great murals or the tiny little one-screen Texas theater here. No, the last thing I need to see in Shamrock is right here in the Blarney Stone Plaza. And if the name hasn't given it away yet, it's a piece of the actual Blarney Stone. The Blarney Stone is a stone in the battlements of Blarney Castle in Ireland, and according to legend, it has all kinds of strange powers. Legend says that if you kiss the Blarney Stone, you will have the power of smooth, eloquent, persuasive speech. Oh God, we all know I could use that. And you'll have phenomenal good luck. Shamrock, Texas was named for the early Irish settlers and then eventually started to trade on its name by hosting a huge Irish festival here that became quite popular on St. Patrick's Day, I'm pretty sure. Which, by the way, the reason for the shamrock being such a symbol of Ireland is they say St. Patrick used it as a metaphor for Father, Son, Holy Spirit, a trinity united in one thing. Which makes me wonder how the four-leaf clover became such a symbol of good luck. I mean, four. Doesn't that mean you've added an extra god? Maybe it just means you've added luck to the equation? I don't know. Either way, the Irish celebrations here turned out to be such a big deal that they somehow convinced the people of Ireland to give them a real piece of the actual Blarney Stone. How in the world they managed to do that, and whether or not we know that the stone encased in this giant cylinder of concrete is the real piece of the real Blarney Stone, I have no idea. All I know is that visitors from around the world now stop into Shamrock, Texas to kiss this Blarney Stone replica or piece or who knows what it is for good luck. And the way I look at it, it can't hurt, right? Here we go, a kiss for luck. Hey, is that where this came from? I don't know. Anyway, here we go. It's not that it tastes bad, the taste actually kind of rocks. Get it? It's just that as I was kissing it, I noticed all this lipstick on it here, which is let's be honest though, that is not the worst thing that I have ever put my mouth on. I was actually looking for that Blarney Stone the last time that I came through town, but it used to be located in this park way off in some neighborhood in town and not off the main drag here, so I couldn't find it last time. I was in that park like in the, you remember I was here at nighttime, in the middle of the night, looking around this park all creepy like, where's the Blarney Stone? I need the luck of the Irish. So apparently they moved the Blarney Stone, but before they did, man, it used to be super hard to find. So hard to find, in fact, that somehow they came up with the idea for a second, even more doubtfully real Blarney Stone to put in downtown over here, just inside of this little park. Now, when you look at this, there's this big hunk of stone here that actually does kind of look like the castle in Blarney and kind of looks like the Blarney Stone, but that is just absolute, complete, pure coincidence, because what they really want you to kiss is this thing. This slab of, I don't even have any idea what kind of rock right here. This thing is the tourist version of the Blarney Stone, and there is no way that this thing is an actual piece of it at all, like at all. So much so, and so obviously so, that they've even added a horseshoe here that you can touch for extra luck. God bless America. I love stuff like that. Still, can't hurt. Wow. Tastes like whiskey. I love how they've decked out this little plaza here to look like what they think Ireland looks like. I have never been to Ireland, but I'm pretty sure that it does not look like a combination of a Dutch village and a Thomas Kincaid painting. Still, I absolutely love everything about this, and who's gonna complain with ladies like this around? Top of the morning to you. You ever been to California? Anyway, as much as I love spending time in this authentic replica of old Ireland here, it's definitely time for me to get back in that little white prison and hit the road. Live fast, die poor.spreadshirt.com. I got a patreon.com/JustinScarred. And just because this trip is winding down, don't think that there won't be future trips. I gotta go home, I gotta see my family and rest for a while. We're doing a big meetup pretty soon with my friend Adam the Woo before he moves out of California. And then I'm going to hit the road again and be doing much more travel. I'll be doing videos in between though. So don't worry, if you're subscribed, you will see me. And there are plenty more adventures ahead. We'll definitely be back on Route 66 someday, and who knows, maybe someday we'll get to the real Ireland. Hey, you have my number, so just remember to shoot me a text, all right? I want to hear from you. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.